I think fans out there were wondering, if you were to eat on the Star Trek Enterprise, how was the replicated food?
The food on Enterprise was actually very good.
Yeah.
The chef who made the prop food for our prop master Craig Binkley was our dear friend, the late Dorothy Duder.
She was the food stylist for Enterprise, and she would come in her, her regalia and with all of her things. She was so talented, and the actors were really happy to see her when she came in because they knew the food was going to taste good. And so you have Dorothy Duder to thank for the Enterprise food.
So the smiles on their face was real.
Was real.
Was real.
Our food stylist, Dorothy Duder on Star Trek Enterprise, not only would she make delicious food, but she would also tailor it to the actors' individual likes. So they felt very pampered, and of course the food was delicious. What we liked in the art department was when the show was done for the day, any leftovers that she had, she'd bring them up to the art department, so we got to partake in her delicious food as well.
Fantastic. So one of the favorite hangout places in Star Trek Next Generation and beyond was 10 Forward. Do you have any interesting stories of things that happened at 10 Forward?
Actually, I do. Eaten in 10 Forward was pizza by Mike and I. That was the very first meal in 10 Forward.
Wow, fantastic.
Pizza actually is a consistent item in many things. Mike and I were working on several of the feature films, and we were working like 7 days a week. We were exhausted, and the only thing you could order to Paramount Pictures was pizza. So we have eaten pizza in Klingon sets, in Enterprise rooms, very careful not to drop anything, but pizza has been part of our Star Trek lore for a long time.
Who knew that pizza was so integral to the Star Trek universe?
Absolutely. In continuing with the theme of pizza, Matt Jeffries was the art director, production designer for the original series, and we were very fortunate to meet Matt and call him our friend. And one weekend he said, let's all go out for pizza. So we went to a restaurant in Burbank, which unfortunately the people retired, it didn't exist anymore, but it was around for like 60 years. The best pizza on the planet. And Matt had his own they'd seat him at the same booth, and we would go and we would have share a meal, share pizza with Matt Jeffries, and of course that memory is very near and dear to us.
So what toppings in the future are most popular?
I think we had very little choice of the toppings. I think it was pepperoni, and I think we also had a very controversial. I think we had Canadian bacon and pineapple at one point too. So, but Star Trek breaks barriers.
It is very international
and
in that way.
And it's inclusive and
yes.
so forth, yes.
Yes, so I guess.
Yeah.
However,
Yeah.
I kind of like anchovies.
Oh, yeah.
Denise does not like anchovies. So one night on Star Trek 6, it was very late, we were exhausted, we were starving, we ordered pizza, and I said no anchovies. When it's delivered, there were anchovies on it.
And did you know when you take those little fishies off, you can still taste it in the pizza?
It's kind of
I ate it anyway, I was so hungry and I was so tired anyway, but yes.
We were working in the photon torpedo launch bay on that night.
Yeah.
Well, who knew that the controversy in the future would be anchovies or no anchovies?